guys, we're back and we are shifting gears a bit as we have our conversation with the 76th Queen of the Bay, Miss Druewel Jones. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you today?
I'm okay. Thank you for having me here.
What's the feeling like? This is the day before the official crowning.
Well, good morning, Belize. Well, I'm looking forward to this moment. You know, I got crowned. The pageant was on the 21st, and I'm just realizing the amount of days in between it was before the 10th. But I'm ready. I'm looking forward to tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow's a piece of cake compared to the pageant, right?
Right. I told my mom the last time I did the curtsy was the night of the pageant, and I literally packed up everything, packed up that no more curtsy for me after this.
Have you been practicing?
Well, I did yesterday. I was at her school and was doing a video to teach the infants, give them instructions on how to do the curtsy as a part of their celebration, their September celebration activities. So that was the second time that I did it since the pageant, and it was kind of it was kind of difficult.
Well, as a very uncoordinated person myself, I always watch it in amazement because it looks a lot easier than I'm sure it is. But let's step back for a minute, Druewel, and talk a bit about you deciding to participate in the Queen of the Bay pageant. What prompted that decision?
Okay, this is a question that comes up a lot, and it's something that every time I'm asked the question, there's a different answer. It definitely started from younger. September celebrations, the Queen of the Bay has always been one of my favorite events, and I never missed any pageant. You know, if I couldn't go, I was watching. My grandmother used to always go. You know, this is her favorite event. So to being able to be a part of the pageant and to give her that that pride, you know, give her that boast, right, to say her granddaughter is a part of the pageant and she'll be crowned as queen. I could also remember when I started, I was about to go to UB and I was looking for a way to pay for my school fees, and then I know, okay, one of the prizes you get a scholarship. So I was like, okay, there's another reason to do the pageant, you know. So as time passed, I was supposed to go up last year, and that did not happen. And I said, you know what? When it's my time, I'll just wait until it's my time. And here I am. I just waited, and everything turned out how it's supposed to. So I'm grateful for that.
Is it part of the pandemic thought process? We sit and we take stock of all the things we want to do, should do. Did that affect it as well?
The pandemic definitely played a role why I did not participate last year, because I'm on study leave, and at the beginning of the pandemic I had the school close and I had to go back to work for that first month. So I was shifting from a nurse to a student, from a student to a nurse, and then, you know, back to a student, and so that's everything was new. Had to adapt quick and stuff like that. So it definitely played a role on why I decided to wait until this year.
Drew, when you think about it, you know, being a nurse, a healthcare frontliner, and being crowned Queen of the Bay in the middle of a pandemic, you know, it seems almost fitting that a frontliner should be the one carrying a crown. Just put it into perspective for us. Going from being in the hallways of a hospital and tending to patients to on a stage and doing a curtsy.
It's a beautiful transition, and it's a lot of pressure. You know, I represent myself as an individual. I'm representing the nurses from the hospital. I'm representing this title, the prestige of this title, you know, and to be able to be a part of this pageant during this pandemic. You know, there was a part of my mind that's saying, man, I'm out here doing these recreational activities, and, you know, my coworkers are in the hospital grinding and doing their part. So I'm thinking, what's my role being out of the hospital but yet representing them? So that's why I'm promoting public health and to encourage people to get their vaccine. And it's at a point now, if you're not doing it for yourself, then you do it for the vulnerable people around you. You do it for frontliners who are in the hospital doing their part and putting their safety at the back burner and taking care of other people. So it's an honor.
And that actually, I love that you said that, because looking at your platform ahead, and as you said, it'll be a part of pushing people to think of public health. How do you? I mean, when you now deliver the message as Queen Designate, and you have these opportunities to meet people from all walks of life,
Right.
what do you hope to say to them? What do you want them to walk away with?
Well, what I want people to think about, you have to consider your health. As you grow older, you have different factors that play a role in your life. Times are changing. We have to learn how to adapt to changes. Things won't be the same all the time. It will not be the same, and sometimes you will be reluctant and don't want to do something, but you have to do your pros and your cons, and that's where you make your decision. So my focus most of all is like to get to the young people. We account for a vast majority of our population, and being educated and knowledge is power. So young people have the ability to impact or to influence other people, and to even influence their parents. So that's my plan going forward, and that's what I want people to keep in mind.
Yeah. Druewel, if you could just share a bit about a day in the life of a nurse, your experience on the ground during this COVID-19 pandemic.
I remember, because I'm on study leave, so going back for that first month, making that quick transition, I know that the hospital was doing their preparations and having trainings to how to properly put on your PPEs, how to take them off, and they were preparing the COVID unit and doing different trainings. So when I went in, I was not a part of those training. Like as that first week, I had to get right into it. That was a transition for me, because I was already out 2 years as a student. So I was kind of scared, but I know this is what I signed up for, and once if I'm prepared, do the training that I'm supposed to do, then I'll be able to function. It also comes with the teamwork and the team effort, working with the other nurses that were there, getting learning from their experience and following their lead, because I'm still a novice in the field, right? So that's what I learned from the senior nurses.
What is it?
Go ahead.
What is it you're studying?
Nursing.
Oh, so you're studying nursing?
I'm studying to do my bachelor's. I'm a practical nurse with 2
Okay.
years experience, and then I went back to school to get my bachelor's. Yeah.
What does, the Queen of the Bay is a historic pageant. And, over the years, I think people have said, well, it's a bit outdated, and others have held on to this tradition, and it's almost a part of what our September, part of what we need to have in our September celebrations. But what does being the Queen of the Bay mean for you?
Okay, being the Queen of the Bay, this gives me a platform to share my story, to encourage people. Not everything is all roses. You have to be prepared sometimes to hear some no's, and prepare yourself to hear that no. What will be your plan, your comeback after you hear that no? And don't give up. It's important to have a plan of what you want to do. Speak it into existence. So this gives me a platform to reach out to young girls, to young boys, and to encourage them to be a productive member of your society. You don't have to, not everybody is academically gifted. You have some skill, you can showcase your gift. If it's drawing, dancing, you can use that to be productive and showcase your talent.
Take us back to that moment when they announced you as the winner. What's going through your mind?
I was actually already doing some elimination in my head, standing there. I was like, okay. William kind of took away some of my excitement, when he announced and he said, hailing from the Belize, the country of Belize. I was like, not get too excited yet. And then, he said it over. I felt relief. Could remember during that night, each event I was really nervous, like more than usual. I was extremely nervous, and it was the pressure of knowing that I have strong competitors, and if I made any mistake, that would cost me something that I have been looking forward to for a long while. So when they announced my name, I was like, okay, I did it.
Yeah.
I did it.
What was grandmother's reaction? You said you both grew up watching and attending.
So with the pandemic, she was not there, right? But afterwards, I saw some reaction videos from some of my friends and my family, and my grandmother was really excited. When they told me afterwards,
for her as well?
She was really excited. Yes.
What it felt like when you got home and you saw her and you could say, I did it.
It was like the embrace, that hug. And like I told them, everybody could get bragging rights because they all played a role to ensure that I was mentally and emotionally prepared as well, because I had my moments, and they reminded me, this is something that you wanted. You set this goal. Don't give up. Don't be discouraged, and keep the same momentum. So,
how do you put things into perspective in terms of your responsibility when we don't have the type of celebrations surrounding the pageant and surrounding the crowning that we have, that we would have in former years? Is it like sort of a disappointment?
It is, and this is what I was referring to when I mean like things won't always be the same, and we have to learn to adapt to changes. I realized that I was thinking like, they ask you like, what would be your advice or to anybody coming behind you, and I was thinking that you have to be prepared that this is the new normal. This is the way that the pageant would be for our next couple of years if things continue the way it is. So not being able to have my family there at the pageant and to feed from their energy, not being able to have them tomorrow, when I'll be crowned, to experience or to witness this historic event. So it's something that emotionally I have to deal with, and to remember why things are this way, and it's for a purpose, just for our safety, and so it's adapting to the change.
What are you looking forward to the most?
But I guess I'm waiting for tomorrow, because I think that will
Make it
sign it off and make it sitting, and to see my name being the 76th Queen of the Bay. I'll be a part of history. But throughout the year, I'm looking for the different activities throughout the year, and I will be the one to judge the pace of how active I will be. I actually I visited the youth hostel, as a part of this kickstart my campaign, Choose Facts Over Fear. And it was interesting. I had a very engaging conversation with the residents, to hear their concerns, and they were as versed, so they were able to ask questions, and so it's things like that, getting out there to hear what are the concerns of the younger generation, and to get their feedback and stuff, and it was fun. So having conversations with
So that's the name of your platform, Choose
Facts. Choose Facts Over Fear, yes.
Nice.
Facts Over Fear.
I am sure the young people are going to be far more interested in listening to you than anyone else. And the fact that you have witnessed firsthand what's happening in the hospitals, I think it's a powerful message that you can send to people. Any closing thoughts while you are still the Queen designate today? Because after tomorrow, you'll officially be the Queen.
Actually, I want to pull out my list to give my thank yous, because there's a lot of people that help. First, I want to thank Kathy Moody from Bellevue Beauty and Bellevue Deluxe. She does my hair and my makeup.
Okay.
Yes, she's very good. I have La Vida Wax Studio, Braids by Shane's Body 2000 was a part of my physical preparation. Yes, I had to get into the gym because that curse is very difficult. King's Nails Express, Waist Control. I want to thank Miss Tracy Panton. Miles Jaban Photography, my parents. Roxanne and David Jones. They're a big part of who I am, and you know, going for my goals and pushing me. My family, my dad's family, my aunts and my uncles from the States, Jason, Pauline, Diane, Aunt Bernie, I have to mention everybody. My aunt, Shernadine, my grandmother, Sarita, the Young family, Nelson Reno, Khalifa Gray, and Shamika Ramos. They're two nurses from the hospital. We're friends. And this is something else to this platform, is giving me opportunity to foster a way for other people who want to give back to the community. So I'm giving them a channel, you know, because they went with me to the hostel as well. And I have other people that says, you know what, Druewel, when you go, or if you're doing any event, I don't mind being a part. So that's something that I'm also looking forward to, you know, to working with other people. I really hope I didn't miss anybody, but thank you to everybody, the Belize District Committee who played a role, the National Committee who gave me this opportunity, you know, to be here.
Well, we hope Granny Sarita?
Granny Sarita, yes.
Granny Sarita is watching. This is her shining moment after growing up and watching you grow up and watch the pageant along with her. And now her grandbaby is the 76th Queen of the Bay. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Ro.
Thank you so much for coming in, and we wish you the best of luck. We know that your platform is one that is so much needed at this time.
All right. So with that, we're going to take a break. And when we come back, we'll have UNICEF as they launch their Nexus platform this Saturday. Stay tuned.